What's up, everybody? Jimmie Jackson doing the real estate insight for buyers, sellers, and investors. So I'm making another quick video. This time I'm going to be looking at Lansing, Michigan, just checking out a few things. Um, so something I wanted to do was go over some of the interest rates again. On this page, what I wanted to do is show you a few things. Um, I'm going to zoom in really quick. Too much here. Okay. I don't know if that even zoomed in. Nope. But anyways, so if you look at the screen up here, you see the loan term. So this would be a purchase. Actually, let me click on a few things. All right, I'm just gonna go from here. So you have the purchase, loan term, 30-year fixed. That's a 30-year conventional price, 375, 20% down, 75,000. Zip code, I just threw that in there. Now, right here, I put a low credit score. So, and these are now, this is just an example of, something that you might want to play around with, and it'll show you lenders. Now, obviously, with lenders, there's tons and tons of lenders. If you just wanted to, play around on here just to get the feel of how it works a little bit, I would do that. But it's only showing me one lender, but with a rate of 710. Let me see if I include FHA, VA, USDA. I don't know. Let me put in 10,000. I mean, it went down to 5.9%. But this is on this website, Mortgage News Daily. Obviously, if you go talk to a lender out, North Point, shout out to Mason, Lake Michigan, Credit Union, Great Lakes. There's a couple other. I can't think off the top of my head. I have them in my phone and in my Gmail. I remember the people's names. But anyways, this will give you another example or an idea. So you just play around with it and be like, hey, if I call, the credit lender to look at my mortgage, you kind of have a small idea. So I can change the credit score up to even a 660 and do an update. You might get an idea of more lenders. I mean, like I said, though, this is just this website. So let's see what you'd get if you had oh, damn. I didn't change the down payment. Let's put 50,000 with a 720 credit score. You better get more lenders. I know that. See, look at the credits. There's not that many. I guess you have a few more options. But like I said, there's tons and tons of lenders. So, and FHA is government backed, VA is government backed, USDA is government. So these are all going to be higher interest rates, and PMI, private mortgage insurance. I said it on the last video. I just went brain dead for a second, and I don't want to keep on thinking about it, but I know what it means. So anyways, so that's a little bit of the mortgage rates. So let me go back. Let's just, right now, this is what they're at. I did the same thing last time, but this is what they're at right now. Today's mortgage rates. You can pause this video to look at it if you want to. Like I said, these are government-backed lenders. That's why they're a little lower, but you're going to have higher interest payments and whatnot. So anyways, let's go to the next one. Let's share this tab. I decided to look up Lansing. I wanted to see what Lansing properties were looking like. The last property that we looked at, I still have it. I pulled it up before I got on here. Was, let's see. I might have taken it down. No. I wrote the information down. It was 190,000, 1,000 square feet, 0.03 acres. It had a garage and it had aluminum siding. The annual tax was $1,960 on a tax assessed value of $34,559. They were willing to take a cash offer, VA, FHA, or obviously a conventional, which almost everyone would to take a conventional. And the property was 190. So I was like, it was in Wyoming. So I was like, hey, I wonder what the prices would be in like Lansing for, $1,000. I mean, 1,000 square feet, 190. I didn't put in garage on here. So yeah, I figured let's just search around. Instead of putting in all those credentials, I put down the bedroom and bath. Oh, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Okay. So let's see what Lansing compares like. Do I want to put square feet? Can I put square footage? Okay, I don't want to do that anyways. Okay, so anyways, let's look at what the properties in Lansing are looking like. I'm going to go by the newest just so we can see the properties that were just listed. Let me check something really quick. Okay, 6.5 minutes. I don't want to be on here forever. 235, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I don't really know the neighborhoods too well in Lansing, but I heard that Lansing is a good place for investments. It already has 12 saves. I usually just scroll through this stuff. That property Grand Rapids was built in 1940. This one was built in 1965. This one's twice as big, so I guess the price, I shouldn't really be comparing the price. Damn, this one's twice as big. Actually, almost 2.5, almost a little under. And it's only, what, 45,000 more? And this one's probably not even in Lansing. It probably doesn't even need to be renovated. Let's see. And this one's 3-bedroom, 2 baths. It only has 1.5 bathroom. Ouch. Ugh. My leg just started itching. Let's see, heating, central, forced air. It has the layout of both bedrooms. They're both on the first level. Bedroom 1, 2, primary, bedroom 2, and bedroom 3 are all on the first level. 100 square feet, 80.08 square feet, 103.84 square feet. Dining rooms on the first, kitchens on the first. Is there even a basement in here? I mean, there must be if they have everything on the first level. This is almost like a seller's disclosure. Living room, heating, cooling, appliances. They have dishwasher on here, so let's make sure that's included in the purchase. Let's see. Parking, features, so it's construction. I'm not going to go through all of this. Let's see what the tax value is on this. 84. Wow, so wherever they, oh, never mind. The properties has a higher cost. Properties went up a nice amount since 2016 from 113 to 2. Dang, that property has went up what, 124,000. I did that quick, so I'm pretty sure it's right. I want to look at some of the photos. I got another property I want to look at that looks like an investment property. I was going to say, is this really the only? Oh, not duh. This is a coming soon. Yeah, so I can't look at other properties on this. This is a coming soon property. There was another one I wanted to look at. Potential investment property. Let me scroll down a little bit. I believe. I think I copy and pasted it, actually. Nope. Wait, was this it? Yes, it was. 4 bedroom, 1 bath, square foot, 182. Wonder why it's 182. Let's see if it needs anything. What it looks like. I wonder what the rent's like at that area. The backyard looks nice. Nice fire pit. Nice size. Fencing. I see fencing. I'd probably redo that. Those floors. Actually, I would redo those floors. The paint's not bad. I don't really like this layout. You could probably knock that out right there. Just make that one big wall instead of having that there. This looks like they did renovations. I wonder how much they got this property for, because it looks like they already did a little bit of renovations on it. They could have put in a new refrigerator. That I guess can't see it in person. It might be new. Who knows? Is that the washer and dryer in the kitchen? Look at that sink. That sink might be new. If they painted these cabinets that color, they must be Michigan State fans for real, because they're in Lansing. Maybe they might have did some renovations to this. I mean, obviously they did the floor. I don't know. I'm not at the property, so I wouldn't know, I guess, how new it is, if they did it a couple years ago or if they did it 2 weeks ago. But compared to the other property, that other property was 190. And let's go back. This property is 182. So it looks like you can get better properties for cheaper prices in Lansing. I wonder how far away this is from Michigan State. So I've been hearing that Lansing is a good place to invest. I know people who own properties in Lansing. They're investing. They're fixing them just like they are in Muskegon. They're renting them to the college kids. They're doing the Airbnb. I don't know if they're doing Airbnbs, because there's really not much in Lansing. I just want to check out a few more of these properties. Ooh, 6 bedroom, 4 bath. Let's look at this one. 223 for 6 bedroom, 2 bath. What in the bleep? All right, hold on. We got to go back and read some of this first. And it's been up for 18 days, so you know something's going on if it's still up. Long-term. Okay, here's an awesome investment opportunity to purchase a great 2-unit income generating duplex in the great city of Lansing. All units occupied with long-term tenants. Both units have 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath, huge backyard for families, quiet neighborhood with great neighbors. Okay, units are licensed rentals. Still, why is this still on there? Yeah. So when you see something that's on the market for a while and it's too good to be true, don't get too excited. Like, oh, I found my brand new home or my first investment property. Just kind of go into it like Lil Lex, like, hey, let's go check it out. You get too excited, you're not gonna be happy when you don't get it. Let's see, basement. The basement is partially finished. Shared driveway. Home style. Townhouse, architectural style duplex townhouse built in 68. They did a major remodel in 2010, but that was 15 years ago. I wonder what's considered a major remodel to them. Brick, vinyl siding, basement, foundation, poured, roof, asphalt. Okay. Taxes ain't too low. They'll take cash or conventional, but they won't take an FHA. Ooh, what happened? Went up to 230 now. Oh, okay. They must have put it up in. Did they? I wonder if they would have did a price cut. It'd say price cut. Why did it go from 230 down? Um, I guess that's only $5,000. So that looks like, look at that. That looks like it went from like 230 to 130, but that's only a $5,000 drop. They make it look like the house collapsed or the duplex. My bad. Anyways, let's look at some photos real quick. Okay, there's 3 photos. Then never mind. Yeah, this place must not be looking very nice if the realtor only put up 3 photos. I don't know. That is very interesting. You know what? I want to check something out with this property. 1 second. This will only take 1 second. I need to get the address really quick. Bear with me. This will not take me long. Probably about another 15 seconds. Man, I counted to 15. Okay. What in the? All right. They don't have it in the MLS neither. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm not going to be able to do that unless. There we go. Found it. Thank you. If you're still here. Okay, let's look at that. I'm going to pull it up right now. Let's look at this property. Oven, dishwasher, refrigerator. Doesn't have a hood, fan, disposal, TV, antenna, electric, garage alarm. None of that stuff matters. Let's see. Yes, unknown. Does the roof leak? Let's see right here. Does the roof leak? No. Wells height, blah, 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 blah. Approximate age, heating. No. Carpet, ants. Flood insurance, mineral rights. No, no, no. And all of these are no. Rental. Owner never lived there. All right. Yeah, I don't see like there's anything really wrong with it. So that's interesting. So yeah, that is pretty much that property. Now I want to do one more thing. I want to ask my AI. So I put in my AI, is Lansing a good place to get investment properties? Based on the recent data, Lansing, Michigan appears to be a promising market for investment properties, particularly for those looking for affordable and strong rental market. Here's a breakdown. Market condition, affordability. So point of entry, the median home prices are significantly below the national average. Dang, significantly below. As of mid 2025, median home price return on 150 to 160. Damn, that's good. Seller's market. It's currently a seller's market, indicating the demand is outpacing the supply. This leads to home selling quickly and often. or above. The city has shown consistent year-over-year growth in home value. For instance, some reports indicate a 6 to 8% increase in median home sold prices over the past year. Rental. I gotta scroll down. The rental market, high demand, has a robust rental market driven by diverse population, students from Michigan State, and professionals, family. They're having a growing industry in healthcare, education, government, and technology, contribute to a steady influx of new residents. Affordable rentals. It's lower than national average, which makes it appealing for a place to live in. 2025, it's approximately $1,000 to $1,025. It's a lot more here in Grand Rapids. You get strong cash flow potential with increasing rents. Key investment opportunity and strategy: single family and multifamily homes. Both single family and multifamily properties are popular investment options. Looks like in Lansing, the demand for various property types, from contemporary downtown condos to charming single family homes and quieter neighborhoods, provide the range of opportunity. You can pause this and read the rest if you'd like to. It's just the neighborhood focus, the BRRRR strategy, if you don't know what that is. Considerations, things that you can consider, like a competitive market, the local expertise, like working with local realtors. I do know realtors in Lansing. I've been to Lansing. I have friends who own property in Lansing, so I can help you find property in Lansing. I just, and I know lawyers, actually, real estate lawyers in Lansing. I just need to start getting out there more. Property management. This is for out of state. Probably not just out of state. We're in Grand Rapids. This probably does have relevancy to us. Finding a good property management. Yeah, we're not in Lansing, so we probably should have good property management ourselves. And so, yeah, that's everything I wanted to go over pretty much. So I can close out of. And I believed, did I go over the Treasury today? I don't think so. There's the Treasury. The Treasury really hasn't changed much. I think I explained the Treasury last time, so I won't really yap about it too much. I do have something. Let me see. I had something I was going to post, but apparently I don't know where I put it. It was something about the Treasury. That's pretty cool. So the Treasury is pretty interesting because you have mortgage rates and mortgage securities, like bonds and yields. And when one goes up, the other goes down. Mortgage securities, bonds and yields, when you put your money in the bonds and the yields, you want the rates to go up. And I think I said it wrong the first time, but you want the interest rates to go up, because then your bonds and your investments go up. But the buyers are not happy because then their interest rates are going up. So yeah, I said it wrong the first time. It's the buyers who are unhappy. So the buyers are the ones who are going down, that are not happy. And it's the sorry, I'm like over here thinking about it. And it's actually the investors who are happy. So buyers are going down when interest rates are going up, because they're like, I mean like emotionally, because they're pissed off. Investors are going up. They're happy because their bonds and their yields are increasing, and vice versa. So if you want to figure how the bonds and the yields work, you can always take the time to you can even hop on an AI and just ask it, and it'll tell you. It's not that hard. So that's how that works. I ended up still sitting down here for 25 minutes, and that was not my goal at all. So, but I want to do different cities throughout Michigan. different markets, different information. Just talk about real estate. I'll show you more information. The more I learn, the more I want to tell. So if you stayed on here the whole time, God bless you. God bless you, and God bless America. So have an amazing day. If you have any questions, you see my information is at the bottom. Looking to buy or sell a home. There's my phone number. There's my email. I'm on a new team with Keller Williams, one of the best teams at Keller Williams. So I can help you out for sure. I'll be making these videos every day if I wanted to, but at least probably 4 or 5 times a week. So have a blessed day, and I will be back with some more real estate insight.